The original Xbox, Microsoft's first foray into the console market, may very well be one of my favourite consoles of all time. This console might be the very reason I got into console modding as a whole. Having a chipped Xbox growing up that had all sorts of games and emulators on it left me in awe of what you could do with these consoles. Sadly though, the console has not aged well. Celebrating its 20th birthday this year, the original Xbox is plagued with various problems from DVD drives failing to leaky capacitors, meaning that functioning consoles are going to become more and more uncommon. A number of years ago, I got into original Xbox modding and preservation to lengthen the longevity of my own personal consoles as well as a number of friends' consoles. So I thought I'd share some of this knowledge with you guys in a series of YouTube videos, as a lot of the information is stuck on hard to find archive posts from the early 2000s. So today we're going to start by softmodding our original Xbox console, but before we want to get into that, we're going to do a little bit of a housekeeping just to make sure. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is identify what revision Xbox console you have. There are 6 revisions, version 1.0 to 1.4. And then it jumps to 1.6 or 1.6b. 1.5s are fabled to exist, but most 1.5s that have been supposedly found turned out to actually be 1.4s, so you probably don't have a 1.5. The easiest way to identify what revision you have is to have a look in your system information on the console, which is here, and compare it to this table. There are various ways to identify what revision console you have, which I've linked in the document below in the description. But I found this to be the most accurate way to identify your revision. In my case, this Xbox is a 1.1 revision Xbox. While knowing the revision does not change the way we do the soft mod, it's important to know as 1.0 to 1.4 revision Xboxes have a clock capacitor that likes to go bad, and if you have one of those consoles, you should open it up and remove it before it causes long-lasting issues to your console. Clean up any leakage aside, I've already done this for my console as I have water damage and needed to be sorted out, and whilst I was in there, I took care of the clock capacitor. So we know our revision, we can actually get on to doing the actual soft mod. For your soft mod, you're going to need a couple of things before we start. First up, you need a Xbox controller to USB adapter. These are found on eBay or AliExpress for just a couple of dollars. You're also going to need a USB that's 4GB or less. The Xbox can be a bit finicky with these, so you may need to try a couple of USBs to make sure that they work. In my case, I'm using a 2GB USB drive that I found hanging around my house, but the 4GB SanDisk one I have on screen supposedly works, so just trial and error until you manage to get one that works. There is a number of different games you can use for your softmod exploit. In my circumstance, I'm going to be using Splinter Cell, but there is a list of them linked in the description. What you first want to do is plug your USB into your Xbox using the Xbox USB cable, then navigate to memory. And it will come up with memory unit, whatever memory unit, inserted isn't working correctly and needs to be erased. We're going to click OK. Control 3, apparently that's what we've got. Right. And we want to erase. Yes. So this is our USB, not an actual memory card. So there we go. That's all done. So before we do this, what we're going to do is unplug it. Right, and then plug it back in. Press B. Go back to memory. Okay, that didn't work. Oh, I didn't quite push it away, and so you can see it has come up, and we've got nothing on there, which is perfect. So now that we've done that, we want to go back to our PC. Right, so once we've got our Xbox formatted USB, we're going to go ahead and plug it into our computer just like any other USB. It'll ask us if we want to format it. We're going to say cancel. And it might come up multiple times. It's just appeared on my other screen. Then we're going to run FatXplorer, which is linked in the description. It'll just take a second. I'm going to hit devices. It's going to scan for devices. Now this is just looking for FatX formatted drive, which our USB is. Going to go select X. You can select any available drive. We're going to mount on X, and then it will come up as if it was any other drive. So then we're going to go over to Rocky5's softmodding package, and we're going to get our PAL. I think all we need to do is copy this to here, and then go back to here and get the softmod save. Put this in here. Alright. And they are copied to the root directory, which is good. Open up here, go devices, click on this, and go unmount. But we still need to safely remove our hardware. Eject USB mash storage. Alright, and then we unplug, and that's that. Alright, so once we've copied our files to our USB on the computer, we now go over to back to the Xbox, and what we want to do is plug in our USB, which I've already done. Go to memory, go to our memory card. You'll see that we've got some games. We're going to go and copy them to the Xbox. Copy them over to the Xbox hard drive. Awesome stuff. So now that that is done, we can go check our Xbox hard drive, and we will see that we've got both of our Splinter Cell with Linux profile and Xbox softmodding tool. Do not delete. Good stuff. Now that that's done, we can eject, remove our USB, and we can launch. Alright, so you just launch your game, and once you've launched your game, you go Start, Linux, Checkpoints. Now if you do get stuck on the black screen, you just power off the Xbox and turn it back on. This time it works straight away. So now we're just going to press A, and it's literally just going to sit there and do everything for you. So we're just going to fast forward through this, and then we'll be back in a sec. Alright, so that was a bit quicker than I thought it was going to be. This is just telling you that you've got an EEPROM backup located there. It's telling you that you really need to get your EEPROM backup off of your Xbox. And that's all your softmodded. Just a painless process. Now, to restart your Xbox, you see the green flubber animation. Take the disc out. I understand. Might be a bit of a problem for me. Oh no, got it out. My disk drive does not want to eject all the time. Softmodding tool is now initializing. And just while it's working out all that stuff, And here we are, greeted with our newly soft-modded Xbox dashboard. Congratulations if you got this far. What have we got? A couple of little bits and pieces. This is the first step in preserving your original Xbox. In the next episode, I'm going to be talking about getting that EEPROM off of your hard drive and backed up to wherever you like to back up your files, as well as sorting out a couple of other information, little bits and pieces that you need to do, or should do, not need to do anything, should do to your original Xbox. So until then, see you next time.